Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to watch a divorce hearing that begins calmly but quickly hints at deeper tension. The judge opens the court session and asks Erin Hargrove if she still wants to move forward with the divorce. She confirms under oath, calmly stating that the marriage has become incompatible. It sounds straightforward at first, but in court, even the most simple answers can open the door to complicated financial disputes.
This matter comes before the court at this time for a scheduled final hearing. Erin Hargrove, are you still pursuing your petition for divorce in this case?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to need to take some testimony from you regarding the allegations of the petition. If you'd raise your right hand at this time. You do solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in the matter now in hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God, I swear.
State your name for the record, please.
Erin Hargrove.
Okay. How long have you been a resident of the state of Kansas?
Since October and November of 2020.
Okay. When and where were you married to the respondent, Tobias Seth Hargrove?
In Colorado in June 28 of 2009.
Okay. Are there any minor children from this relationship?
No.
Right. You've alleged in your petition that you and he are now incompatible. Does that mean you have differences you can't reconcile and that you need to go your separate ways?
Now the court begins digging into the details that often turn a divorce into a battle, property, and assets. Erin confirms there are no children involved, but the real issue lies in what they own together. The judge begins asking about their property, and Erin mentions both the house and land. What seems like a routine property discussion is about to evolve into the key disagreement of the entire case.
Yes, sir.
And you're asking the court to grant a final decree of divorce today on the legal ground of incompatibility?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you already split up your personal property?
Except for the house that we are living in, we are fairly split, yes.
All right. So there's some real estate here. And where's that real estate located?
As far as our house or the land that we own?
Okay, you have house and land then?
Yes.
Okay, the house is where?
It is at 520 Woodstone Place, Andover, Kansas, 67002.
How do you propose that real estate be dealt with?
I have a list of assets that I put what I guesstimated the value of stuff to be. And as we split that up, I would like things to be 50-50 down the middle, and with just the house making things equal with what he gets and what I get. So he has close to $100,000 more of assets than I do. So I would like to split up the house to represent that.
Here's where the numbers start coming into play. Erin explains that the couple's house is currently on the market and even under contract to sell soon. But her plan for dividing the money isn't as simple as splitting it down the middle. She claims her husband holds far more assets overall and proposes adjusting the house proceeds to balance things out. That's the moment the financial tension quietly begins building.
Okay. Right now you're in the house in Andover?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you proposing that you keep it long-term?
No, it is on the market now. It's actually under contract, and it should sell on June 2nd.
Okay. All right. So your proposal on disposition of the proceeds would be what?
I have a paper here that I tried to email, but apparently my work email will not allow me to email out. But I can, let's see. I've got a fair amount of paperwork here, but I don't know what's easiest for you. The amount that we owe is owed to my parents. And so that would be some of the debt that we have. But basically at the house, I don't know if this is easy to read or not. That's what I came up with what Toby would get from the house and what I would get from the house.
It's not. So would you just go ahead and read those numbers into the record?
Oh, yes.
Now Erin starts reading exact figures into the court record, and this is where things get serious. She estimates the house sale could leave roughly $280,000 after fees. Her proposal would give her the larger share while her husband takes on a debt owed to her parents. From her perspective, it balances the scales, but the judge immediately wonders if the other side actually agrees with that plan.
So if we sell the house for 305 K, which is what it's listed at now, what we would end up with after the brokerage fees and everything would be $280,168. And that with the differences in assets, that I would get $166,343, and he would get $1,113,826. And that would be with him taking on the debt of that we owe to my parents.
Okay. Do you think that that's fair, just, and equitable?
I do.
Now, the personal property, furniture, appliances, clothes, other stuff, that's already been split up?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
no?
Okay. Cars and that kind of thing?
Oh.
All right.
The judge presses further, asking whether this proposal was truly discussed beforehand. Erin admits she tried to talk about it with Tobias but never got a clear answer. That uncertainty instantly raises a red flag in the courtroom. A financial proposal in a divorce only works smoothly if both parties accept it, and the moment she admits he may not agree, you can feel the dispute about to erupt.
Are you wanting a previous name restored?
Yes, sir.
What is that name?
Erin Renee Madonna.
Okay. All right. Have you discussed this proposal with him before today?
Yes.
Okay. Did he agree to it?
I'm not entirely sure. He said that we still needed to work on some stuff, but I was never able to get really talk to him about it.
Okay. Are there other debts that need to be allocated besides anything that you've covered so far?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. Okay, Mr. Hargrove,
Yes, Your Honor.
you patiently waited for her to complete.
This is the turning point. Tobias finally speaks up and immediately challenges the entire proposal. He argues that the house and the debt to Erin's parents should both be split evenly. From his perspective, treating the debt differently while adjusting the house payout doesn't make sense. What started as a calm hearing is now shifting into a direct financial disagreement between both sides.
Her testimony here. Are you disputing anything she's proposed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are you disputing?
The house is an asset. The debt to her parents is joint. The house and the debt should be split 50-50. And the list of assets. So my personal feeling is most of the assets were obtained in Colorado. And during the time in Colorado, I provided the majority of the income. There was actually a couple years where I made over twice what she made. And there are a number of things that are just inaccurate and incorrect on the paperwork.
All right.
And it all needs to be corrected.
Tobias continues explaining why he believes the numbers are unfair. He points out that many of the assets were acquired while he was earning the majority of the income during their time in Colorado. According to him, some of the listed values are inaccurate, and the current breakdown makes it look like he has to pay for the same assets twice. His frustration starts becoming very clear.
And I have been, because of this situation, I was forced out of the house. I've been living with my dad in Cedar Point, so I have a 131.4 mile a day round trip commute, and I have very little time. We were able to meet once for an asset separation meeting, and I felt it was constructive and we were making good progress, but due to time and schedules and her going on vacation, just a number of things, I was taking care of some things for my dad. we hadn't been able to meet up and have a second meeting. But I stayed up late last night. I've got most of everything split out. But the biggest thing is that I see is placing full value over into my column is trying to make me pay for it half again, because I've already paid for it over half of it the first time, and I'm not going to pay for the second half twice.
Now, Tobias reveals the personal impact of the situation. He says he's already been forced to leave the house and now lives with his father, dealing with a daily commute of over 130 miles. Despite that, he stayed up late trying to sort through the asset lists. For him, this isn't just paperwork, it's his financial future, and he feels the numbers being presented don't reflect reality.
All right, Mr. Hargrove, I'm going to stop you there. What I want to do, I want to look over the paperwork in this file for a few minutes before we resume.
Yes, Your Honor.
Things are a little more complicated than I anticipated here. I'll take a brief recess. Please stay with the Zoom meeting,
Yes, Your Honor.
and I will reconvene here in just 5 to 10 minutes. Okay?
Okay. I'll
All right.
turn
I'm
off
gonna
the
take-
audio and video.
All
Your Honor, if
right.
that's okay.
We'll take a brief recess at this time.
Okay.
As before, the court has now had an opportunity to look over the only and Tobias Seth Hargrove appearing as before. The court has now had an opportunity to look over the only domestic relations affidavit that's been filed in the case. Normally, when there are contested matters, each party files their own affidavit setting forth their views regarding assets and debts. I do have Aaron's that was filed some time ago that identifies the income of the parties, bank accounts, household budgets, does identify the debt owed apparently to Aaron's parents, as well as credit card and some other expenses. And then identifies the two properties, the Woodstone Place property and then Cedar Point. What's the Cedar Point property exactly?
There are, I think, 4 lots. We bought it in 2 different sections. One was $1,000 and one was $700. Yeah, just small little properties that are all adjacent to each other to make one property.
Okay.
It's right across the street from my dad's house in Cedar
Okay.
Point. My great uncle Dave actually lived on the first property.
Okay.
It's a junk property, essentially. It's just a lot.
Okay.
It does have wells.
Well, there's several different ways we can proceed here. I don't know that if you're going to present any documents, spreadsheets, asset listings, or even written proposals, I think it's going to be unwieldy to handle it by Zoom today. I don't even know if the other party has each other's materials. And
No,
you need to know what the other one's going to present. The other thing I could do is I could give you a breakout session, which is a private session that you two could talk while we're all here together. This part would not be public in any way, and I wouldn't hear it. But you guys could talk to each other and see if there isn't any way you can kind of narrow the gap here or even settle things. Do you think that's worth trying to do, Mr. Hargrove?
I think it would be worth it. I would like to do it in person. I feel like it's easier if we can look at a sheet together. It's just time has not really allowed for us to do that. I actually can get some time to do that this afternoon. That's my personal feeling. That's not saying I'm right. Aaron, how do you feel?
I would prefer not to get together with you in person. I have been trying to get this done with you for quite some time, and I don't feel that you are cooperating. I feel that I have been giving you information and you are withholding information from me to where this idea that we share the house 50-50 is brand new to me. Caught me off guard.
Okay, before we go any further, I don't think it's going to hurt to put you two in a breakout room. You're on Zoom. You both should be comfortable with that conversation.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That part's not recorded, not publicly broadcast, and I don't hear it. So we'll put you in a private session, just let you two talk for a few minutes. And then when you're ready, come back on with your full video and we'll resume proceedings in court. Okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Let's
How
pause
do we-
recording and broadcasting, Mandy, and let's go ahead and put those two in a breakout room, just to allow them to talk and perhaps converse about the issues of the case. Court's in recess.
Okay, am I setting you guys up in a breakout room? Is that what he said?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay,
Two parties will be in a breakout room.
sorry, it's cutting out on me really badly.
The judge steps in after hearing both sides and realizes the situation is far more complicated than expected. Only one financial affidavit has been filed, which makes resolving the dispute harder. Instead of pushing forward blindly, the judge suggests something unusual, sending the couple into a private Zoom breakout room so they can talk directly and possibly narrow their differences before court resumes. And that brings us to the end of this intense courtroom moment. If you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.